Previously on Rugby League Outlaws.
What do the Dolphins need to do?
They need to make changes.
Big changes.
Big changes. They bring Averillo in, they'll win by 40.
Yeah, there are some simple moves. Bring Ewan Aitken back in, get Jake
Wallace.
Averillo, 38 to 40 point win.
Yep, easy.
Easy done. This week on Rugby League Outlaws. I hate to say we told you so.
I don't, I love it.
Yeah.
We told what you're welcome, Wayne Bennett.
Yeah. Jake Averillo,
Ewan Aitken.
Ewan Aitken, yeah.
Jared Wallace.
Do what we got to do.
38 points, almost to perfection.
We said it 38 to 40
We did
point
last
win.
week.
Last week.
Cut that out, producer did.
Leave it there,
Yep.
produced. It's beautiful.
All good.
Gotcha.
Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Rugby League Outlaws, brought to you by our good friends at Top Sport. Damn, what a week of footy.
What a great weekend of football.
Great weekend of footy. Sharks 2 from 2.
Unheard of.
Unheard
but good. One of 4 or 5 teams to be undefeated at this point.
Best defensive record in the competition. We'll talk about that a little bit later
Certainly
on.
will.
Let's start off on something that has brought to light controversy that I didn't really think needed it. It's called the Trell Tirade. Now,
The Trell Tirade.
Trell
rolls
Tirade.
off the tongue.
give me your thoughts.
Well, for those that don't know what we're talking about, of course, Friday night after the game.
Because I didn't know about it until today.
Thursday night after the game, Latrell Mitchell was on a radio show, dropped multiple swear bombs, swear words, whatever the kids are
F-bombs,
saying
yeah.
these days, and then said, I don't care if I'm swearing, and then continued. And I'm 50-50. I don't care what he says, to be totally honest. He didn't say anything offensive. I feel like he was taking his frustration out and he should be focused on other things. And if you know you're on the radio, you do not use that language. And if you're in such a mood where you think you're going to, you say, you know what, I'll pass it over and give it to any other player. I understand 100% where people are coming from and saying this is not good, because it's not good. Because he's a superstar of a game and a big name, shouldn't be talking like that on radio. I completely understand. My big problem is, though, that he's obviously frustrated with himself and the team, and he's going on there swearing. He should be yelling at his teammates.
Should be. Now,
Or
the
himself.
first comment I saw about this were, imagine what the kids are thinking listening to this. Here's my thought. If you're a child listening to Triple M at 10 past 10 at night, go to bed.
Fair, fair.
And if you're listening to Triple M rather than watching it on the TV...
Fair.
But
100%.
the other thing to it as well is there needs to be a level of professionalism. Now, I've seen people turn around and go, oh, he needs to have 2 weeks on the sideline. You don't even get 2 weeks for a headshot.
No.
Right? So, I don't think he needs 2 weeks on the sideline. Abdo has requested a sit down with him. I would like to see a little bit of education around it. And also as well, I think this is just going to draw it down to now when Fox, Channel 9, Triple M, ABC, whoever's got a microphone at the end of the game, when they grab the players, they're just now going to have to reaffirm, do not swear. We'll cut you off.
It was very unprofessional. That's
It was
all.
unprofessional.
I don't... This will be forgotten in a week. Anyone saying you should suspend, go away. Siasa got to sit him down and they would go, mate, come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, we get you frustrated. You can't be doing that. Now, Dan, speaking of things you can't do, you can't run into a referee. Now, we saw not one but 2 incidents on the weekend. Now, I am going to feel the Bulldogs' frustration here on the first incident.
Yep.
With Braden Trindle running across, and then he stepped back in, and he got taken out by the referee. Right? He got taken out by the referee. He was never going to stop Viliama Kickout from scoring that try.
True.
Now, Blocker and everyone on Fox Sports are saying you've got to use common sense. He's not going to stop the try. But it's the same as an obstruction.
It is.
Whether they're going to get there or not,
Irrelevant.
it is
Denied
irrelevant.
the opportunity.
Yeah, he was denied the opportunity, right? I feel it's the same with Jerome Hughes. Jerome Hughes had a split-second decision to make. He either shoves the referee out of the way, or he watches Rocco Berry score under the post. What Jerome Hughes probably needed to do was just do what Braden Trindle did and run into the referee with his hand, try and look like he's going to make a tackle, and it'll just go back to the play of the ball on an infringement. Jerome Hughes is facing this is my issue with this. Jerome Hughes is facing a week on the sideline for pushing the referee when we've seen players give multiple offences on the weekend, yet only get a fine. That's where I'm at. You can't touch your referees, right? Remember when Tyson Frizzell went up and put his hand on the ref's shoulder and got suspended?
Yeah, Trindle won first.
Yeah.
They got that to the letter of the law 100% correct.
Yeah, 100% correct.
Look, 99 he wasn't going to stop him, but he's denied the opportunity. I 100% get the frustration.
It's the same as like with the penalty try. What's to say that Trindle doesn't jump up and just grab the ball and land and holds him up?
He could have stolen. He could have run 100 metres. Anything could have happened. You don't know, which is why it wasn't given. Now, yeah, I 100% Bulldogs fan.
I feel for the Bulldogs fan.
Very unlucky.
If you flip the script, I would have been so angry.
But the thing is, you've seen that, once? When's the last time that happened?
Yeah.
And then you just saw it the next night. Now, with Jerome Hughes, he pushed the ref, and I get why they're doing it. I think it'll come back and they'll give him a $5,000 fine. There'd be no suspension. They're saying you can't touch a ref. Completely get that. But it was get out of the way. It wasn't get out of the way. I would be shocked to see if this suspension goes in. I get why they did it, but no.
The risk you run if you're Jerome Hughes, though, is if it goes to judiciary and they turn around and go, look, listen, we hear you, but you can't put your hands on him. It's 2 weeks.
That would be huge injustice.
Yeah.
Look, the ref, people are saying, ref, get out of the way. The ref can't disappear.
No.
He's got to be in the line, and to be honest, he wasn't in a bad position. He was exactly where he was. It's just the way it happened. And people are saying, yeah, but this happens all the time. This hasn't happened for many years. The fact we saw it twice in 24 hours or a little bit over is why people are talking about it. This won't happen again for the rest of the season. Say, oh my God, I'm so sorry. Here's $5,000. Sorry, referee. Here's some signed stuff for your kids, and move on. Trindle, unlucky. Letter to the law, correct.
And I mean, after you saw what they've said about Jerome Hughes, it's like Trindle actually wrapped his arms around. Trindle did more damage to the referee.
He probably should get a week.
But it's just because of Hughes' actions. If you're Jerome Hughes, you've got to roll the dice. But if you get 2 weeks for that, that is a shocking injustice.
Absolutely.
Now, Dan, you and I love sitting here on the couch and blasting a certain team.
Oh yeah.
The West Tigers.
So easy, fun too.
Here's my problem with that.
It's lazy journalism.
A certain journalist released an article about how dreadful the Tigers were, and you were having to go at him despite the fact that we sit here and have a go at the Tigers, and we pointed out everything that the Tigers do wrong, and I told you last week they were going to get hammered by the Raiders. I don't have a problem with it. That club needs to be called out for the diabolical trash club that it is. They haven't played finals since 2011. They deserve every front and back page negative article they get. Okay, 2 thoughts on this. One, the article is factual. The Tigers are terrible and their recent run is horrible. 2, didn't need to be written in the way it was. It did. They've gone out, they've attacked Benji Master during the week and said that... That was stupid. They said, for those that missed it, he's, once it gets to 6 o'clock or 5 o'clock, he pulls up stumps and he goes home and spends time with his family and kids, as everyone else in other normal jobs do. Them saying, he doesn't bleed for the club. He said, just because those 3 hours I put my family first, which is probably what he said in the job interview, hey, I've got a young family, you work around me, etc., etc. That was pathetic. And I think this was a pile-on top of that. The way it was written, though, wasn't geez, the Tigers are bad. It was, they're so bad, it's unbelievable, they're going to do this, they're going to do that. It's round 1. Okay, now, it's technically round 2, but it's round 1 for the Tigers. They had the bye last week. And the bloke that it's come from is notorious for... yeah, you suck. You have a down day. See, I told you suck. Whereas if he played well, he wouldn't have said anything. That's where I think the frustrations come from. I get why he wrote it, and I hate to sit on the fence a little bit. It was factual. They do suck. But leave it to guys like us who were saying it in a fun light. We got a lot of mates that support the Tigers, unfortunately. So sorry to hear that. And we take the mickey and we like to have a bit of fun with it. But deep down, not this weekend, I hope they cop 90, but we want them to do well. No, we don't. Well, I want him to do well. He doesn't. No, you don't. Well, we don't want him to do badly. Yes, we do. I can't win. I hope the Tigers come good, just not this weekend. But this kind of journalism in round 2, 1 technically, it's not needed, mate. Is it not? No. I really enjoyed it. I saved the photo. It's going to be printed and put up on the wall in my new house. That's fair. I loved it. I loved everything. The thing for mine, whether it's sloppy or not, I'm not here nor there. I'm literally taking the mickey out of the Tigers at the moment. But there are people who go on social media, like myself, just to bash the Tigers for a rile. But when someone does it from an organisation that you don't like, all of a sudden it's a bad thing. I don't like anyone though. Here's the thing, Dan. Yeah. If I had gone and tweeted that without if I'd just gone and looked at all the results and just went, hey, the Tigers lost 262-2 on the weekend, would anyone have cared? You shouldn't care about it.
Probably not, no, but I think...
I wish I had.
I'm probably annoyed that I didn't think of it first. It's coming from a fun place. Yeah. And we do joke about hating the Tigers, and we do, but we don't want them to go bust.
I mean, Michael Carrianos needs to go and write an article about the Dragons.
Yes, that's where it should be. We'll discuss that in a minute. But they've got to get outraged at results, not at riders, but I thought this was a particularly bad dig.
Yeah. Now, Dan, I missed this next one, so this is all you.
So, on the weekend, the Newcastle Knights got out to an early lead, should have won a game against a horrible Cowboys team, only losing Golden Point. Coach O'Brien has come out and said, I think a lot of people would admire the way that we played and the way we, that's the whole reason I wrote this. Then the official count's taken the quote and put it on. So I thought, you beauty, here's 50 easy, likes, retweeted it. I admire how far you went to choke away an easy win where Chad Townsend missed 2 kicks from the sideline, kept giving you the ball away. They had, 7 errors in like a 10-minute spiel, and you still lost. Valentine Holmes, who's Audi Kylero for the record, missed a kick from you to me away, hit the post to give you a chance, and you still couldn't do it. There was nothing admirable about it. This was a disgrace.
I admire that result from the Knights because I went to the pub for dinner to watch not to watch the footy. I just went there, to go down to the local, have a feed. Didn't feel like cooking because I don't cook. Watching the game, 20-10, I was like, you beauty. Get in the car, get home, turn the result on. Just so I turn the TV on. I had blasted Chad Townsend because, for the record, I had a great nap on Saturday afternoon. I tweeted about it. And then I woke up to Chad Townsend slander, and it made me feel great. I gave the Chad Townsend slander, went home, turned the TV on, and he kicked the field goal.
Yeah.
And all I could think about when he kicked that field goal was, God, I hate his haircut.
Yeah, this was
that Barnett is bad.
This was personal, aimed at you and me.
It was.
I copped so many tweets. How
the try was personal, let alone the field goal.
Chad Townsend played terrible football for 77 minutes. Put in a kick to Helam, no, not Lukey, to Nanai, or Nane rather, who scores that try every single week. I don't know why. What Callum Ponga was doing. He was in the other grandstand. Everyone saw it coming. When he put the kick through, I thought, where's Ponga? Where's Ponga? Scores, and then ices a field goal from 20 metres out right in front.
Running, on the run with Ponga coming at him.
It was the simplest, easiest field goal that he's missed 7 or 8 times for Cronulla. One day we were down watching him play the Dragons and he missed 3 or 4 field goals, then kicked one and went on like he's a hero. Mate, if he kicked it earlier, we would have been home 20 minutes ago. That is just the way Chad Townsend is.
You got to love Chaddy.
Look, it's good on him. But O'Brien to come out and say people would admire it,
No, that was your chance to end the Townsville hoodoo as well. And you're up 20-10 and you just choked it away.
Yeah, they're done.
I don't know what to make of the Cowboys. I don't know what to make of the Knights at the moment. It's only round 2. The Cowboys look okay. They do. They look okay in patches. I think the Knights look okay in patches. It's just the luck of the draw has gone how it has. You'll see what teams are like round 6.
Yeah, of course. Now, I think Newcastle should go to Bali for a week and bag him because that worked so well last time. I mean, you picked Bradman Best for Origin. It looks like he's going to play New South Wales Cup. Yeah, he's pretty terrible. Yeah, that's a personal. He's taken it on me too. But I don't agree with these comments at all. There's nothing admirable about it.
And finally, Dan, the regular segment on the show for this year, the highlight, lowlight. What was your highlight of the week?
I think it was everyone's highlight of the week.
It's not mine.
Oh well,
spoiler
you're
alert.
wrong. Xavier Coates.
Yeah, what a try.
What a try.
Now, I have heard people turn around and say that's the best finish they've ever seen.
Pretty good.
I'm going to say it's second or third, right? But this is the best try to ever win a game.
Oh, undoubtedly.
Yeah. So Brett Morris's try against the Sharks where he was literally pushed upside down and scored. Ironically, that was the match-winning try, but they were up 14-0 at that point. Cronulla scored 2 late tries.
Gotcha, yep.
You got the David Norfoluma one as well, where he was up in the air and he got pushed and he was outside the field of play. I thought that was really good as well.
What about the David Mead? The
David Mead one. That's not as spectacular as it. That one. What I want to say about this try from Xavier Coates is that if Dallin Martini-Selesniak hadn't touched him, he don't score.
No.
But Martini-Selesniak touches him and elevates him in the air a little bit further just for him to get
Coates tried to high jump him and there must have been a part of DWZ that just wanted to put him in row C. And if he'd hurled him, he would have turned him into a huge human fidget spinner, I saw someone use earlier. I love that. I'm stealing that. But that try was pure rugby league theatre, and I loved it. That's my highlight.
And that was a sensational finish as well. The Storm 2 tries in 3 minutes to win. My highlight of the week, we sat here on the couch last week and we bagged Wayne Bennett and his aura, and the Dolphins were terrible. And the bounce back from them and the comprehensive win that they had and their defensive effort. But mainly Hammer, he copped a lot of criticism last week for his performance and his lack of commitment. 25 seconds to go. Tyrell Sloan looks like he's going to score a try, and the Hammer comes from nowhere, punches the ball out. Dolphins are my highlight of the week.
Completely fair. They've earned it.
What's your low light?
The Dragons.
Yes.
They are an affront to rugby league.
Yeah.
Disgraceful. Get out of the competition.
Yep.
Derry.
Talk to me, Dan.
Time to talk some black, white and blue. Now, we're going to do a condensed couple of minutes. We're going to hit some talk points for a full rundown, including a big talking point, and I'm going to make a very big statement tomorrow. I'm not even going to tell you about it. Make sure you check Fins Up Podcast, but let's just hit the big one. Britt Nikora looks like he's going to accept a 2-week suspension. What did you make of it? 2 weeks.
Here's my first thought, is that it happened on tackle 4 for the Bulldogs, right? It's tackle 4, then they get tackled.
Yep.
Then they kick the ball, then Cronulla play out 3 tackles, then the referee takes the ball back to give the Bulldogs a penalty and send Britt Nikora to the sin bin. I've got no problem with Britt Nikora being sin bin.
Yep.
I have an issue that they gave the Bulldogs the ball back 5 tackles later.
Yeah.
You can stop the play. You can put a player on. You can stop the play at any time. Put a player on report because we see it. Hey, there was a crusher down there that we missed. Hey, there was a high shot down there we missed. Hey, there was whatever. We've missed it. You're on report. Why not put him on report? Send him to the bin. Cronulla play the ball on tackle 3. Because giving them a penalty there felt okay. You're over halfway of the set and you're taking it back to give him the ball. Now, it was a penalty. Yep. I've seen people turn around and go, oh, he didn't even hit him in the face. Yes, he did. He dropped his shoulder and launched it and hit him in the face. The fact that Viliami Kikau didn't stay down, if Kikau stays down, Nikora is sent off.
Yeah, probably.
He's sent off.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. I don't disagree with that. I've always had a bit of a problem with that. It's a nitpicky, hey, we've seen this, let's go back. Yeah, Simbin, 100%. Yeah. I think Simbin was very much justified, just quietly.
I think you got 2 tackles. You can't have 5.
Yeah,
that's a whole set.
That's fair. Like, he's obviously reviewed it, and maybe he's gone, oi, and he's ignored it or something, communication problem. I don't know. But you will see next weekend there'll be a crusher. We're going back. Are we going to penalise? No, it's too far gone now. 100% agreed. Now, I think 2 weeks is fair. He would be crazy, and I'm pretty sure they've accepted it, or if not, will by the time this drops. It was clear as day, and I think 2 weeks is probably
you
lucky.
Can't go and challenge that.
No, he got him on the chin. His shoulder to the chin. He's lucky to only be in a sin bin. I would have been blown up. I don't think there was enough force for a send off. But if he done, I would have been annoyed because obviously I'm biased in that regard. But if the roles are reversed and it was a send off, probably thinking, oh God, he probably deserves it. He definitely got it wrong. I think Nikora played pretty badly the other night because Burton put a kick in. He just attacked the legs. Penalty
I thought that was soft.
Yeah, but you can't do it though.
But here's the thing that I want to talk about in that situation there. I know, so we're going to do a full rundown on Fins, and we will. The touch judge was 5 metres away from that incident and missed it.
Yep.
Likewise, the touch judge on the other side of the field was 3 metres away when Blake Wilson stepped out and dropped the ball but gave it a try. Yep. What is the purpose of a touch judge? We'll talk about it next week.
Absolutely none.
Now, Big Tooks.
Huge Tooks.
Huge Tooks made his debut. Pretty solid. Pretty solid. 5 runs, 53 metres. Yeah,
30 of them were after contact.
Yeah, some big tackles as well. Now, I've seen people turn around and throw the hyper ball out that he deserves his spot over Royce Hunt and Braden Hamlin-Uele won't come back in the team. And should he keep his spot over Tom Hazelton? The answer to all of that is no. You got to put some context into this. I've seen people then turn around and say, oh, he made 53 metres in 17 minutes and Oregon Kaufusi only made this amount of metres in this amount of minutes. You have to have a look at the first 20 minutes of the game. We didn't have the ball.
Yes, but that doesn't suit my agenda.
It doesn't suit it. Turks was good. Don't get me wrong. And I would prefer to see him in the 18th man role. I would love to see him. He's next cab up for me.
Yes.
As long as Jesse Colquhoun's out, he's the next forward up into the team. It's a perfect role for him at the moment. He's only young. He's a huge prospect. Fitz has rewarded him with another contract, and I could see him staying at the club for 3 or 4 years and eventually getting into the team like Tom Hazelton has. But with these young props, you've got to bide your time.
You do.
He's not going to go and make 165, 170 metres. Yeah, and he's going to learn from Adam Fanua-Blake next year.
He is. Now, I saw someone in the group say he just needs to put on a bit of size. And now, I'm hoping that was irony, because if he puts on more size, he will be a postcode.
Yeah. He's 100
a suburb.
He's 197 centimetres and 117 kilos. What more size do you need?
That's why we call him huge too.
Yeah.
The hint is in the huge bit. I thought he was fantastic in what he did. He wasn't the best forward on the park, didn't need to be. His role was to go on and make an impact. I thought he did tremendous. If they were to pick him over Royce Hunt, you're not getting any arguments from me, just because I'm off Royce Hunt and I love huge twos. But anyone who says that he should take over Tom Hazelton needs to get their head checked, because he had the highlight of the season.
Yeah, Tommy was
in that take, that run,
the Swans are after him now.
Smash.
The Swans are after him.
That's exclusive. He whacked Reed Marnie and sent him into the shadow realm. Marnie gets up, throws a punch, hits his own player in the back of the neck, and Hazelton gets up laughing. They need to get some memorabilia out immediately.
Yeah.
He is a hero.
I love Tom. I love Big Ball Tom.
Yes, me too. Now, we'll talk about who we think should replace Nicola on fins. Yeah. Otherwise, we'll be here all night, because I know we're going to disagree about that. Please stay tuned. But overall, pretty good night.
Yeah, we have the best defence in the league as well.
The best defence in the league.
Now, there's a few things to this, but we're slow starters this year, which is fine, but we haven't conceded a try in either of the game outside the 13-minute mark. So all three of the tries that we've conceded this year have happened in the first 13 minutes of the game, and outside of that we haven't conceded afterwards. Averaging 9 points against us. Our defence and our goal line scramble looks really good now. Had we played, you know, two of the, like the Titans and the Titans first and then the Dogs, and you're saying you got the best defensive in the league, you're probably saying, yeah, you should be. The fact the Warriors had the third best attack last year and put 26 points on Melbourne suggests that, hey, maybe that, you know, we did do some defensive work in the preseason. We've got the Tigers this week, and then the Raiders. That's going to be a really good test, and then we go into a bye before we have a bit of a tricky run. I mean, that run is a horror run that we've got coming up.
Yeah, that's okay though.
I'm looking forward to it.
Very much.
That's going to test where we're at.
Defensively, I thought the other night we were very good. Now, they did score when we were down to 12 men. I was a bit fearful when Blake Wilson scored that try that was taken out, because the ease that Tirades burnt Sifa Talakai made me feel sick in the stomach, because I'm like, they're going to do this all night. Now, they didn't.
Yeah.
Ronaldo bailed him out. Now, I know Tirades stepped on the line, but if Ronaldo, Wilson had stepped on the line, if that's the only Katoa, that's a try. Katoa scores that try.
Let me go on defence for Sifa Talakai here, because I was sitting right behind that, and Ronaldo ran up and in. So Talakai had to go up and in as well, and was already flat-footed. So a bit of it was on Ronaldo for shooting off his line, because again, he was so far off his wing. Had Ronaldo just run up in a straight line, Talakai would have been able to run up in a straight line as well. They ran in on the angle. Lucky Ronaldo had enough pace to go and push him into touch.
It was too easy for me.
It was too easy.
And
it's a poor defensive. If you're going to blame Talakai, you're going to blame Ronaldo as well. Yeah. But
Ronaldo bailed him.
Both out.
Both big time. Now, that worries me. Now, Talakai in attack was absolutely tremendous. Probably, I know you rated his game a little bit higher than me. We had different vantage points. Maybe that's into it. We'll chuck that out there. I thought Ronaldo overall was, for the second week, almost flawless.
Yeah,
there was that one mistake where they overshot when we were down a man. I get why they did that. They panicked. It happens. I'm okay with that. Yep. Step back in. Don't blame Talakai.
No.
But the ease in which he got burnt worried me. That's the only negative I take from the night.
Yeah, look, all in all, centres with pace are going to cause us a little bit of hassle, whatever. He's the best option we've got.
You know who I'm not worried about, though? Jesse Ramian, who's taken two of the best centres in the game.
He's taken it personally. I love him. Dan.
Talk to me, Terry.
It's time for some top sport tips.
My fast becoming least favourite time of the week, yes.
Now, between you and I, we've got a perfect round.
That is true.
That is
true. And we've said that before, and it hasn't been.
Because I got 7 and foolishly took the Dragons.
Yeah, well, that's on you.
Why did I do that? You took the Dolphins in this one.
Yeah.
Now, just to give you an update, I got 7 right, plus the money ball, which gives me 8 points. Yep. Takes me to 10. So I only had to give $1 this week.
That's good.
Giving my total to $8.
You horrible person.
I am a horrible, horrible person. Now, you got 5 correct.
Yep.
Which gives you 3 wrong, but you got the money ball wrong.
That's fine, I'll take that.
4 points.
Yep, sweet.
Got to give $4. to charity. So I'm at $8, you're at $11, and in the
Perfect.
tips, I'm on 10 points, you're on 7.
Now, those that missed last week, Top Sport have very generously said they will match whatever our donation is.
We're up
thanks
to
the team.
$18 at the moment.
So get ready. I'm hoping this week is the week where Top Sport can put a little bit of money away.
Yeah.
Although ultimately a little bit of a donation ain't bad.
Now, before the show, you turned around and had a sook, and a big sook, and producer did saw it as well. You had a mad sook that I picked first. So I'm going to let you pick first.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, because you got to create a little bit of tension. But if you pick all the things I do, so help me.
Well, I mean, I'm 3 points clear. Who says I won't?
Well,
I might do that for the rest of the year.
you're just a terrible person.
I might just do it for the rest of the year.
Well, let's see how we
cares?
go. We're playing Thursday night football this week.
We are playing Thursday night football. The Penrith Panthers are taking on the Brisbane Broncos.
The big old, if I hear grand final rematch one more time.
It is the grand final rematch.
So help me.
Adam Reynolds, the injury cloud?
He's out. They've ruled him out.
They've ruled him out. So Billy Walters...
or that other player whose name I can't remember. Payne Haas is also almost certainly out.
Yeah.
Grand final rematch.
Advantage Penrith on this one.
Advantage Penrith anyways.
Mm-hmm. So you're picking Penrith?
Yes.
So am I.
Okay, that's good. But that's okay. I can live with that.
6 o'clock game over in New Zealand. This promises to be a cracker.
This might be the best 6 p.m. game of the year.
The Warriors 0-2 against the Raiders 2-0. Now the Raiders, sensational against the Knights. I know it was only the Tigers, whatever, but they backed it up with another good win. They travel over to New Zealand. We're going to see what they're about.
This is the real litmus test.
Yeah, it is for them. The Warriors, if they are 0-3, starting to say it's shaky ground for them. I hope they are 0-3 at the end of it, because the more they lose, the closer we are to Adam Fanua-Blake going, well, I want to win that premiership this year. I said I was going to win a premiership this year. Hopefully I can go and do it with Cronulla. I'll let you go first. Who are you picking?
That's very selfish, but I like it.
Yeah.
I think the Warriors bounce back. They have to. Surely they have to. And I'm okay if you tip them, because that would be the obvious one.
I am going to go with the Raiders.
Okay, that's good.
Now, I wanted to go with the Warriors, but for those selfish reasons that I just said then, I want the Warriors to keep losing.
But Canberra winning isn't good for anyone, Terry. You know what I hate? That Green Machine song.
Oh.
I just want to get that on the record.
I don't mind it.
The Green Machine's better than the Red, White and Bluesters.
Yeah, it is.
Speaking of the Roosters.
Yeah, they come up against South Sydney on Friday night.
Are they going to be able to field a team?
Who?
The Roosters.
I don't know.
Kiri had a head knock. Looks like he might miss next week. Now, that's pure conjecture, because Shannon and I'm like, if he's got a head knock, he miss next week. Yeah, if he fails his concussion test.
Mm-hmm. The Jack Whiten is due back.
Yes.
I think they need to put him in the 6, and they need to put Cody Walker at halfback. Lachlan Illis needs some time in New South Wales Cup to get some...
I think they need to look elsewhere. I think he's...
He's not it?
Yeah, he's not it.
Can I interest you in Chad Townsend for the Rabbits?
You can interest me for lols, but if I'm a bunny, no, I'd rather play Lachlan Ilias.
No way. Where are you leaning on this one?
Neither.
No, okay.
They're both not as good as I thought they would be.
I mean, the Roosters were really good in Vegas.
Yeah, they were.
And then they were...
the bunny...
I don't mind Manly. Like, I said Luke Brooks is going to be one of the top signings for them.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Who are you picking?
Roosters.
Same.
I'm not excited for this game. I should be excited.
No, I'm not. And speaking of games that I'm not excited about, it's 3 o'clock Saturday afternoon. The Canterbury Bulldogs are taking on your Gold Coast Titans.
Why? Pass.
Yeah, look, I gave some honest feedback to the Dogs fans on the weekend. They said to me, what did you take away from that game there? Because I saw a lot of Dogs fans blowing up about the referee and blah, this, that, the other, whatever. Yeah, you got a couple of calls go against you, but it happens, right? I said, it's quite clear. You need a fullback, because Blake Taft's not a fullback. You need a 5'8", because Matt Burton's not a 5'8". You need to put Matt Burton in the centres, and you need a halfback.
Yep.
Right? And Reid Marnie was exceptional at Parramatta. He is terrible at Canterbury. So the spine's letting you down, and you got no forwards. Your back line's sorted.
Apart from that.
Right?
Yeah.
Apart from that, you're okay. But I mean, even still, Connor Tracy on the wing. Garbage.
Yeah.
I've been trying to tell people this for years. He's garbage.
It has to be Zeri.
Zeri has to go into the team somewhere.
Yep. Where are you going with this besides bagging them?
Well, they're not going anywhere.
Fair enough.
And neither are the Titans. This game sucks. Draw.
I am going to tip the Bulldogs.
You're an idiot. And I'm an idiot. I'm going to tip the Titans.
Yeah. Well, fair enough. It's a 50-50 split, and sorry you have to witness this.
I'm going to try and take another nap.
Yeah, fair enough too. Go on, doggies.
Next game, 5.
Please, something better.
I don't know where to go with this. The Dragons are taking on the North Queensland Cowboys. Look, the Dragons really good in round 1, really bad in round 2. The Cowboys really good in round 1, really bad in round 2, but managed to win.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know what Dragons team's going to turn up. I don't know what Cowboys team's going to turn up.
I don't think it matters. You cannot tip in good faith the Dragons against anyone under any circumstance after that absolute dross yesterday afternoon.
Apart from the Tigers. If they're playing the Tigers, I'd pick them.
Oh, yeah, well, there's always them. I'm going to tip the Cowboys.
I'm going to tip the Cowboys.
Comfortably.
Yeah.
I don't even think they played that well, and they beat the Knights. But those Dragons.
7:30 Saturday night.
Game of the round.
Game of the round. The West Tigers are hosting the Cronulla Sharks at Leichhardt. Now, I'm going on a rant here. You and I were thinking about going to this game.
Yeah.
They're trying to charge us $40 to go and stand on a hill at that terrible ground.
And you can't even use your FPOS. You've got to pay cash.
$60 to sit in the grandstand that's falling apart. It's a fire hazard.
Yeah, look, you may legitimately fall out, and I say that with no jest, because it's happened before.
I'm not going. That place
protest.
is a dive, yeah.
Not paying that for the Tigers.
$25 I would have gone, but maybe.
Still.
Yeah.
Because you got to park 9 kilometres away.
I mean, maybe we get kids' tickets.
Yeah. The romance of Leichhardt is dead.
Yeah.
Dead. And so are the Tigers, but I'm going to tip them because the Sharks are 2 from 2, and I'm happy to put the $2 in every week. So help me God if we lose this game, Terry.
Right, so I said on Fins Up podcast last week that if we lost to the Dogs, I would eat a horrible bar of Turkish Delight. I'm going to put... there's something else I hate more than Turkish Delight in this world, and it's not you.
I was going to say.
There's something else I hate eating more than Turkish Delight, and I'm going to put it on Fins Up podcast, so make sure you tune in because this is another bet for it. But I'm going to pick the Sharks.
Fair enough.
Sunday afternoon, this promises to be a good game. We're finally getting some good footy here. Parramatta Eels taking on Manly. Now, for mine, Manly are the surprise team in the competition in the opening 2 rounds.
Yep.
Yeah, they've beaten both East and Souths.
Yeah.
I'm happy with how they're going. Luke Brooks looks at home with not the weight of the world on his shoulders.
Halfback, yeah.
Just Lachlan Croker's turned into a pretty handy footballer.
He's okay.
Daly Cherry Evans just looks like he's getting younger rather than older.
Kawatu is
apart from his hairline.
Healer.
Now his knee injury as well.
Yeah, that didn't look good. It looked like he had a dislocated knee. It looked like they were trying to pop it back in.
They punched it back in, so...
They're going to be under a little bit of injury cut. I know Tommy Talau's out. It looks like he's fractured an ankle, which just sucks. I wish him all the best. There was another injury too that I'm forgetting. They had about 3 backline shifts laid on. Yeah, they've been real good.
They have been really good.
Can they do it again? Against the old enemy. This is the game of the round.
Against Parramatta at Parramatta, Combank Stadium, bounce back.
I think so. I'm going to tip Parramatta. So if you want to go Manly, that's all good.
I'm not. I'm going to go Parramatta as well.
I just feel like that bubble has to burst for Manly. But if they, it wouldn't shock me.
And completing Sunday,
Eve?
the Newcastle Knights at home to the Melbourne Storm. Knights been terrible in the opening week. Melbourne were really impressive in round 1 defensively, but couldn't put the ball over the line. And then in round 2, they could put the ball over the line, but they couldn't defend. So it's going to be interesting.
What's it going to be?
The Knights have had pretty good record over the Storm recently.
Yeah, they have.
Especially at McDonald Jones Stadium. With that, who are you picking?
Melbourne.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm not going.
How are you going to talk anyone into tipping Newcastle? Well, they may win.
Yeah, maybe.
But are you kidding me? Hey, look, there's a good chance that Cam Munster's going to sit this game out.
Again, Jonah Pezzett looks really good.
He's good. And then Jerome Hughes is facing a pretty farcical suspension. They could go out there with Tyron Wishart.
I think if Hughes is suspended, Munster plays.
Yeah, that's probably fair. I think they're too good. I think Newcastle rode a wave of momentum in last year that made everyone think they're better than they are. Callum Palmer played 8 good games in the full season. Their wingers were killing everyone. Marzu looks like he's half the player he was. Dom Young's playing down in the Roosters. So I'm not impressed with what I've seen by Newcastle so far. I think they cop a hiding here. They will come good. They're too good not to. But I dare say that Jack Cogger might be in the Haas before too long.
Hey everybody, thank you for tuning in to another episode of Rugby League Outlaws, brought to you by good friends at Top Sport. Don't forget to like and subscribe everywhere you can. Leave us a comment on the YouTube. While you're there, give us a like. It helps with the algorithm.
Good, please, yeah. We're not asking much.
Well, yeah, we don't ask.
We don't want any money. We just want a like.
That's it.
And a subscribe and a comment and some money.
Whatever we can, yeah. And
if you speaking of money, $40 at Leichhardt. Good luck.